Welcome to Local Business Spotlight, where we interview small business owners in cities and towns across America. Now, the purpose is so members of each local community can get to know more about the businesses that are available in their community and the people associated with those businesses. I'm Jeff Snarier, publisher, and with me today is Monica Timmons, owner of Fit and Well by Monica. Welcome, Monica.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to be here and share more about my business.
Absolutely. Um, okay, we'll start, Monica, with could you give us an overview of what Fit and Well by Monica offers?
Yes. So Fit and Well by Monica is an online wellness company that serves women and is really dedicated to helping women build strength and gain energy and self-confidence through personal training and health coaching.
Okay, so you are from, I know you're based in Wilmington, Delaware, but you're 99% online, you said, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so primarily online.
Yes, and this really came from COVID when the
Mhm.
world was shut down and so much, almost everything had to go online. And so it's been interesting that now, as the business stands, all of the personal training and health coaching programs are offered online. And what's been interesting is it's been a really nice benefit with a lot of the clients that I work with. They find that it's really convenient to be able to have that one-on-one accountability from a coach or a personal trainer, and access to a coach, and do so from the comfort of their own home. So that's been really nice.
Yeah, that is good because of the COVID thing, it is a lot of businesses which can are shifting to the online format. So that's great.
Absolutely.
Um, now, what? How many years have you been in business? And if you could tell us why you ever got into this?
Sure, sure. So my move into the fitness space and my passion for health and wellness really developed from my background in dance. So I grew up dancing as a child. I ended up attending the University of the Arts in Philadelphia for dance in college. And then I went on to dance professionally for a number of years. That led me to eventually opening my own dance studio in 2015, and that studio was located in Richmond, Virginia. So that's when I first became a business owner and
Okay.
was working in the dance space, and also had my certification as a fitness instructor at that time. And fitness is very much a part of training as a dancer.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
teaching dance, so that it goes hand in hand. And when COVID hit, I still had my dance studio, and I began kind of spontaneously just teaching these online fitness classes. I initially started it as a way to keep myself motivated to stay active while the world was shut down and so many of us were stuck at home.
Right.
So I just put the offer out there to teach these free group fitness classes through Zoom, like in this format, and had a really great turnout of women that were looking for that, especially at that time when everyone was stuck at home. And so that evolved, and from those group classes, I had some women reach out to me who were interested in doing some one-on-one sessions. And so, kind of organically, this um, online fitness and wellness business came about in that way.
Mhm.
And I formally established the business in 2021, but I have been, teaching classes and training and coaching since 2020 in
Right.
this
And
area.
then, of course, with your dancing, yeah, you have plenty of experience here on this type of
Absolutely.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so, what exactly uh, do you have, like group dances or group training online, or can they get one on one, or how's that all work?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I have a couple different programs. I really have three main programs that really meet the needs of women depending on what they're looking for and what they're looking to gain from a coach or a trainer. I should say first, I'm a certified personal trainer, a certified health coach, a pre and postnatal trainer, and I will soon be a certified nutrition coach. So there's a lot of areas that I can help clients in depending on what their needs are. A couple of the programs that I have have a group coaching program that is really meant as a support, to offer a support system for women who are pretty consistent with maintaining their fitness routines on their own. So maybe they're a woman who isn't necessarily looking to work with a personal trainer and get that live coaching or live training, but they just want a little extra support to keep them on track. And so I have my group program where women are a part of that, and they get support from each other in just being in that group. So they get group accountability in that aspect. I also have a fitness app so that I can stay connected with each of these women when whenever they're on the go. And so that is a program that I have where they are really doing their own thing, and all they have to let me know is these are what my goals are, and we talk through right at the start and say, okay, great, here are your goals. This is what we've come up with that is your plan to reach these goals, and I put it in the app, and it's super simple. They go in and they check off every day or every week, what their consistent habits are that they're focusing on, and then eventually, that continues to ensure that they're making progress toward their goals. So that's my group coaching program. That is really a membership program, so it's very flexible and accessible for anyone who's either just starting out or into a consistent routine. I also offer one-on-one health coaching. This is a program that's a little more in depth, so it's set up in a way where I'm meeting with clients in this setting, one-on-one, via live stream for half an hour each week to check in and really give them some extra accountability to continue working towards their goals, and to also give them that support on a weekly basis so that if they're having challenges that are coming up, that they have a professional that they can talk with and collaborate with to figure out, okay, what's not working? Why am I not making progress toward my goals? Or what are some obstacles that are coming up? How can we get over these obstacles so that you stay on track toward your goals? So that is something that offers a little more accountability with just having that weekly meetup every single week. So that's the one-on-one health coaching. And again, those clients are doing their own workouts or their own fitness routines without me there. We just check in this format once a week. And then the other program I have is really a comprehensive program. So that is a program that includes the health coaching, but also the personal training aspect.
Okay.
So that looks like meeting in this format, but the way that their computer is set up or the client's camera is set up, they will have a space that is their workout space in their home. Some of my clients have lots of pieces of equipment, and then some just have like a yoga mat and maybe a couple hand weights or some resistance bands. It can be done either way. And I take them through a workout that is created specifically for them. So that program is set up, and that experience is very similar to someone who goes into a gym to meet with a trainer that is walking them through different exercises. So it's the same format, but it's conducted online. And so that requires a lot more verbal cueing from me, which I, since I have had the business all online, I'm very used to communicating and directing and cueing clients on ensuring that they have proper form, so that they're doing the exercises correctly and in a safe manner. But it's nice because they're at home, so they don't have to have any concerns about getting to the gym or making sure that equipment is available, those kinds of things. So there are a lot of benefits about that program of being able to work one-on-one with a trainer who takes you through a program that's
Hmm.
created specifically for you without having to battle all of the stuff at the gym. So that's the third program, and that's really all inclusive. It includes training and monthly health coaching and access to the app, all the things.
All right. It sounds like you really have a lot of accountability built in, things that help, because that's one of the biggest problems with fitness and health and so forth, is staying accountable to yourself.
Totally. And something that I discovered early on in the business, and the reason that I invested in creating a fitness app that it is for my business, is
Hmm.
because of that desire and that need for clients to have accountability. Because even if a client has worked with a trainer that they've seen at the gym, like they go, let's say they go to the gym once a week and they meet with their trainer, that's
Hmm.
great. But if they're not implementing their fitness and wellness routines
Right.
on those days that they're not meeting their trainer, then it's pointless. Like
Hmm.
they're not going to reach their goals. So having the app is critical and
Yeah.
is really helpful. My clients have found it really helpful as a way to keep them on track. And it's great because they can message me and get in touch 24 hours a day. They can reach out to me, send me a message if they have questions about anything. I also have options to send them workouts through the app. They can track their nutrition, they can
Hmm.
track their progress.
Wow.
So it's amazing
Yeah,
what
it sounds
technology
like it.
offers
Yeah.
us in this day and age.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
and to have your own app, that is amazing, and people should look at that as, I was going to ask you what's unique about your business. Well, you just said it. That's one of the big things right there. That app that'll keep them accountable and true to themselves.
Yes, yeah. So it's not just that they're getting the support in these one-on-one sessions, whether it be health coaching or training, but having the app and them having access to their trainer at essentially any time, and having me, if I have a client that hasn't checked into the app in a couple days, I can see that. So I reach
Yeah,
out to
right.
check in and right and make sure that everything's okay, and see how I can support them if they're dealing with any challenges. That definitely is a unique aspect of the business for sure. And something else I would say that I think makes my program and my philosophies as a trainer unique is I really focus on meeting women where they are. So this could look like I have some clients that have very little previous fitness experience. So maybe they've never, worked out consistently, or they've never had a gym membership, or they had a gym membership but they didn't feel comfortable, they didn't feel like they knew enough to like operate the equipment, or felt like it was a safe space for them to go in and do their workout. So I work with clients like that all the time that have less experience, but they really have
Hmm.
a strong desire to learn more and to gain the knowledge so that they know how to work out effectively for them. And I'm also, have experience, and I have clients that are working towards bigger goals, like they're training for an event, or they really want to build muscle, let's say, and so they're wanting to work with heavier weights and do strength training. So I really do my best to meet clients where they are, no matter what chapter they're in. And that
Hmm.
also requires that for women, for example, who are moms and they're super busy, I'm not going to say, okay, you have to work out an hour and a half, 5 times a week. Like that's not going to happen, right?
Right.
Because they're busy. Like whether working in the home or outside of the home, managing the kids, having your partner, like there's
Yeah.
so many responsibilities that I feel like women have in this day and age, and our schedules are busy. So with me approaching them as a health coach and as a trainer, my goal is always to look at the pockets of time that they have in their schedule and see how can we maximize these pockets of time so that you're getting the most benefit and you're able to have some wellness routines that make you feel good and give you energy and give you self-confidence so that you have the energy to show up and do all the things that you have to do in your daily and weekly life.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. Now, I guess as far as the online classes and meetings and so forth, you say they're on Zoom, correct?
That's a great question. I actually use a platform called MindBody, which a lot of like yoga studios utilize and other movement studios. And they have a format like this that's very similar to
Hmm.
Zoom. The reason that that platform is really nice is they do get a reminder link a half an hour before their session
All right.
automatically. Like, here's a reminder, your session is at
Yeah.
this time, here's the link. And it's a secure portal. So, yeah, but it's very similar to this format of
Okay.
Zoom.
Now, so who are your current customers demographically speaking? I know you said women, but is there any particular age group or?
I don't have a particular age group that I'm open to training all women and working with women in any chapter of their life. I will say that the clients that I have now, they're really between 30s and 50s, like early 30s
Mhm.
to late 50s is
Hmm.
most of the clients that I work with. So in that range, so I do have everyone from like younger, like professionals who are single, who are,
Yeah.
working, no kids, maybe a partner, maybe not a partner. And then, clients who, like I said, are moms, maybe moms of little ones, or they have younger children. And, they're working and busy. And then also, have a number of clients who are in that empty nester stage where they have adult children that are out of the house. So, it's exciting for me to work with these different clients because they each have their different goals and different challenges. And for example, the women that I work with that don't have any children in the house, right?
Mhm.
They may have more time to do certain routines or certain workouts because they don't have that task of taking the kids to the activities and things
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, that's who I serve at the moment.
Okay. And as far as times when you have these trainings and so forth, are they all daytime or all evening or mix or?
Great question. So I start very early.
Mhm.
So we start at 5 a.m. around here. So I have
Wow.
some mamas they are committed and they know that they have to wake up early. If they want some time for themselves, they have to wake up
Mhm.
early and do it early. And so I'm right there with them. So
Hmm.
I start at normally 5 or 6 a.m. and go until throughout the day. And usually I'm done training at like 4 or 5 p.m. So
Okay.
currently I'm not offering any evening sessions. So I do a number of lunchtime sessions and morning, midday, and yeah.
Okay. I would say what advice would you give someone that might be thinking about contacting you as opposed to just signing up and going to the gym?
Yeah, so I would offer a couple of pieces of advice, a couple things. So if there's a woman who is interested in learning more about what I do or gaining some more information around my programs prior to making the investment in a
Mhm.
program, I um, offer a couple of free challenges throughout the year. I usually offer like three or four. So every few months, I'll normally host a free fitness and wellness challenge. It'll be something like a 2 week challenge. I actually have a 2 week spring challenge that starts next week. And that is a great opportunity for prospective clients to try out essentially my
Okay.
program and get a feel for what I offer and how I operate my program before they commit to a program. So I would recommend that if a woman is trying to figure out if my program is the right fit.
Mhm.
Another thing I would offer, if I don't have a free challenge that's coming up soon and someone's looking to get information, I always have the option for someone to hop on a 30-minute Zoom call just like this to talk through their goals and talk through their challenges. And it's an opportunity for us to both get to know each other better. And that way I can let them know if there's a certain program or a specific offering that I have that I feel like meets their needs
Mhm.
best, then I can let them know about that. And I'm very much a client that if I have someone that comes to me and they're looking for something very specific that maybe I don't offer or I don't do best, I have lots of colleagues and
Oh, okay.
friends that are trainers or doing something in the health and wellness space, and I'm more than happy to refer them to whoever they need to be with, because the goal is to make sure that they are in a program that it's the best fit for them.
Mhm.
So I would say that for anyone interested in learning more about my program, something I would say, if clients are just checking out like local gyms or different programs, regarding the online element, I would say try out a training session. So I do offer that for clients who like working with a personal trainer and they want to have those one-on-one sessions, but they've
Mhm.
never done the online format. It is a different feel. So I offer like a complimentary training session so that clients can understand what that feels like. I would say keep an open mind, because they're just because something is new and they may not be as familiar with it doesn't mean it can't be a great opportunity. And so I've had a lot of women who were hesitant, like they only had the experience working with a trainer in the gym, so they weren't quite sure what the feeling would be or what the benefit would be of doing the session online. And then later found, oh, actually, I love this because I can wake up at 5 a.m. and train, and I don't have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. to get to the gym by 5 a.m. and have your
Mhm.
bag packed. And so there are a lot of benefits in that regard of having the online capability of working with a coach and a trainer. Is you can do it from the comfort of your own home. It saves time for moms and busy women. That's usually the number one challenge with fitting in workouts on a consistent basis or healthy routines, healthy habits and routines. And there isn't, again, that concern of, is the my equipment going to be available? Am I going to have to be waiting on someone to get to a certain machine? And I let clients know all the time, you don't need an expensive gym in your house. Like if you don't
Mhm.
have a garage gym or you don't have a full gym in your basement, like that is fine. You can literally have a corner in your home that where you can fit a yoga mat and a couple hand weights and some resistance bands, and you can get a super effective workout. So I would just say keep an open mind and do your research
Mhm.
when it comes to, yeah, searching for a specific trainer. And the other thing I always tell women is finding a trainer is like finding a hairstylist. And what I mean is, if you go to a salon, it's your first time,
Yeah.
and the woman cuts your hair, does styles your hair, and you come out and you're like, okay, well, this isn't actually what I asked for, and this is not what I was expecting.
Mhm.
Okay, that just means that that wasn't your person. So you
Right,
wouldn't,
right.
you would just say, okay, next time I'm going to try a different salon or I'm going to try a different stylist. So finding a personal trainer is exactly the same. And I like to reiterate this, especially if a woman has worked with a trainer in the past and had a negative experience. There can be a perspective that, like, oh, that's not for me. Like, personal training isn't for me. But I want to encourage women that that doesn't mean that you had that bad experience. That doesn't mean that personal training isn't for you. That just means that that one trainer was not for you.
Mhm.
So keep an open mind and do your research and try out different places and work with different people to see what works best for you.
Yeah. And a couple other things that come to mind. They'd save gas.
Right? Oh,
and, to,
totally,
and
totally.
today, yeah,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
that,
yeah.
and I think a lot. I think a lot of people in general are more comfortable probably at home than going around a lot of other people at the gym. You know.
Well, definitely. And that was something, especially in the early days of COVID, that was a concern of not
Hmm.
really wanting to be around a whole lot of other people. The other thing, though, even now with things opening back up, is a lot of women struggle with it being intimidated or feeling
Yeah.
a
Right.
level of intimidation at the gym, as I mentioned before, of not feeling comfortable and feeling like, oh, everyone else in this space knows what they're
Mhm.
doing, and in this gym they look like they know how to use the equipment, they know what they're doing, and it can be very intimidating to
Mhm.
go into a setting like that and be a beginner or be less experienced. And so the gift of training at home is that you're at home with your family members and there's no pressure and there's no concern about being worried about other people, are
Right.
other people looking at me, or what do they think, or all
Mhm.
of that. and
Sure.
and that can definitely be a challenge. So in that regard, if there's a woman that is struggling with that in particular,
Mhm.
then online training is the way to go for sure.
Definitely. So what's the first step then as far as getting in contact with you or checking things out?
Sure. So the best place to go is to visit my website, which is monicatimmons.com. Timmons is Timmons. And I have a full rundown of information, and that I have a contact form. So it's the best place to get in touch with
Mhm.
me and learn more about my programs and different offerings. I also love to hang out on social media. So women can always get in touch with me through Instagram or Facebook. My handle is at Fit and Well by Monica. And I actually on social media, I share a lot of workouts that can be done at home and different
Oh,
wellness
okay.
tips. So even if someone's not interested in investing in a training program right now, it could be a great opportunity to just get different workouts and gain some different knowledge around different wellness tips. So I always send people that way.
All right. And I'll have all your contact information below this video on YouTube and on Local Business Spotlight uh,
Awesome.
as well. So I guess is there anything else you'd like to add, or I believe you covered a lot.
I did. I did. Thank you for letting me share so much.
Sure.
The only thing I would like to add is I'm thinking specifically because I work with women,
Hmm.
there tends to be, there can be the thought that, like, oh, I'll do that later. I don't need that right now. I'll do that later. And I want to just reiterate that women, you deserve time for yourself. So make sure that you are allocating some time to fill your own cup and re-energize yourself so that you have the energy to serve and do all the other things that you do in your life, because it's important. It's important to have the energy and the strength to be able to show up and be your best self. So I would just encourage women, whether it's with my program or it's with a local gym or another boutique fitness studio, definitely seek out a coach or a trainer or a program or a studio that you like and that could work well with your schedule so that you can care for yourself and take care of your health. Because if you don't have your health, you don't have much these days.
Great advice. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Okay. Well, if you don't have anything else, that wraps it up. I thank you again for being here.
absolutely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. And if you're watching this and you're in the market for what Monica offers, I would get in touch with her quick. It sounds very interesting what she has going on here. And also to the viewers, I want to remind you to check out our other interviews on Local Business Spotlight on the Delaware edition. And we have some other editions throughout the country that are up and running. And you're welcome to check those out as well. And with that, we'll end our interview today, and everyone have a great day.